If you want to get a good English-speaking job, you need to have a good cover letter. You need to. And it has to be different for every job you apply for. But if English is not your first language, how can you write a good one? Well, you can use ChatGPT, but you have to know how to do it. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can write a cover letter using ChatGPT by having a conversation. Yes, a conversation. And I want you to try it yourself and then share that cover letter with me in the comments. I want to see it. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a like and make sure to subscribe. And now let's get into it. In my opinion, if you're not using AI tools, even the free versions, you're probably not as productive as you could be. I think it's important for work, for a lot of things that we do, to start learning these tools and at least understand how they work. Because if you don't, if you're not, things are going to change very quickly in the near future. And it will be one of those things where people say, you don't use email? You know how you sometimes meet someone in their 70s and they say, yeah, I don't use email. I'm not on email. And you just think, what? It's almost unbelievable, right? Well, that is, I think, how it's going to be for AI tools. I don't even want to say ChatGPT. So I think it's very important. Now, your cover letter is extremely important. This is the thing that gets the attention of a potential employer, that represents you, what is unique about you, your abilities, your qualifications, what makes you a good fit for this role. And this is the thing that maybe a screener or a recruiter or even an automated system is going to go through to see if, okay, this person might be interesting to interview. The thing which may get you your first interview. And so it's very important. And it has to be well written. If you just take a basic template and plug in basic information, it's going to be a bit generic. Now we're going to be using a bit of a template here, but when we use an AI tool like ChatGPT or even Google, we can make versions that are better and better and better, and then adjust them a little bit, okay? So let's go through how we can actually do this in ChatGPT. We're writing a cover letter. Now, it might not be our final version. We're going to make some small personal changes, but we want to get started with these tools because that's a way to be more productive. So the prompt I'm going to use is help me create my cover letter based on the overall style of the template I provide. Now, it's just based on the style of the template. It's not saying just plug in generic information. This is the important part here. Ask me the questions you need to complete the cover letter and then create the first draft. The company is Luke Media. I hope that's not a real company. I think I made it up. If it's a real company, that's a silly name for a company. Now, see, I have some basic information here. It might ask me for that. You know what? For the sake of this one, let's just skip this. Let's skip this for now. Dear hiring manager, and then we have a basic generic template that anyone could get from the internet, But you can take this and answer questions yourself and make it custom for you. Change the company. But the thing to do is make sure it is specific to you. Make sure it is based on your qualifications, why you are a good fit. That's why you should be using tools like this. It makes that process much easier. And you can more easily write more cover letters if you're applying for a lot of jobs. So The key thing, again, is that we're asking it to ask us questions before it writes the cover letter. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I'd be happy to help you craft your cover letter. Let's gather some information to fill in the template. Job title, your field or industry, focus of Luke Media, your previous company, relevant achievement or project. Can you describe a specific achievement? Okay, so we have a lot of questions here. And just to play with this, what I'm going to do is say, ask me these questions one at a time and wait for my reply before asking the next one. Now, you could put this in the original prompt if you want to, but I'm doing this for a reason, because I like to have a more conversational approach to creating things. Okay, so now what we do is we get one question here, the job title. Okay. Now I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to hop over to the phone version, and that's why I'm looking down, by the way. I'm going to hop over to the app, and so we do this. There we go. Now we are in the app. And we're going to have this conversation as a voice chat. We're going to just talk. Okay? So I'm going to pop on my headphone here, my earbud, and we'll get started and we'll make this a conversation. Now we're just going to go through some of the basic information and then we'll see what we can get. So here we go. So I'm interested in applying for a writing position, and also am interested, based on my previous experience, in working on writing. There's a position in the company for chief video planning, so I'm interested in that position.
Understood. You're considering both a writing position and the chief video planning position at Luke Media. Since each position might require a different approach in the cover letter, which one would you like to work on first?
Let's work on the video creator, video planning producer position.
Perfect. We'll focus on the cover letter for the chief video planning producer position. Moving on to the next question. Your field industry. What industry or field do you specialize in, relevant to the chief video planning producer role?
So I've been working in video production for a long time, having done a lot of online courses and also helped produce video for both television, some television shows that many people will know, including cooking shows. I worked on Gordon Ramsay's cooking show, Hell's Kitchen, and I've also worked with YouTube creators to produce videos.
Impressive background. Let's capture that. Your field industry, video production with experience in television and online content, including notable work on shows like Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen and projects with YouTube creators. Next question. What is Luke Media's main focus, or what do they specialize in that you are passionate about?
I really appreciate the focus on providing the highest quality content and keeping content generally concise. And also, I appreciate the focus on educational content. I think in terms of educational content, Luke Media is the best that there is.
Great insight. It sounds like you value Luke Media's commitment to high quality, concise, and educational content. Moving on, your previous company. Can you name the company you previously worked for where you gained significant experience related to the chief video planning producer role?
I recently worked with several major YouTube creators as a freelance video producer. I helped create ideas for their videos based on their individual style and voice, the overall direction of their channels, and then help them produce those videos from the beginning, from inception through production, the recording and editing process, post-production, all the way through creating thumbnails and publishing the video.
That's a rich experience. We'll note that down as your previous company, freelance work with major YouTube creators covering the entire video production process. Next question, relevant achievement or project. Can you describe a specific achievement or project you led during your freelance work that relates to the chief video planning producer position?
So wearing many hats is something that I think would be very relevant to Luke Media, having to understand the big picture goals, but also all of the different skill sets, from how to use cameras, lighting, color balance, audio equipment, the editing process, but also the writing process, and how to connect with an audience, how to fit within the voice and style of a creator. All of these things I think would be highly relevant and something I have a lot of experience with.
That's a comprehensive skill set. Let's summarize this for the cover letter. Relevant achievement or project. Successfully wore multiple hats in video production projects, overseeing the big picture goals while also diving into specifics like camera work, lighting, audio, editing, and writing. Notably skilled in aligning content with the unique voice and style of each creator, ensuring a strong connection with the audience. Next, positive outcome of the project. What was a significant positive outcome or impact from one of your video production projects?
Let's go ahead and do the first draft of the cover letter first, and then we can get into more questions if we need to.
Sure. I'll create a first draft of the cover letter for the Chief Video Planning Producer position at Luke Media based on the information you've provided so far. Here it goes. Dear Hiring Manager, I'm really excited about the Chief Video Planning Producer position at Luke. I believe I would be an excellent fit for the role, given my extensive background in video production, including work on renowned television shows like Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen and collaborations with major YouTube creators. My passion for producing high-quality, concise, and educational content aligns perfectly with the focus of Luke Media. In my recent freelance work with several prominent YouTube creators, I took on multiple roles, managing everything from conceptualization to publishing. This experience honed my skills in camera work, lighting, color balance, audio, and editing. More importantly, it enhanced my ability to write compelling content and tailor each production to fit the unique voice and style of the creator, ensuring a strong connection with the audience. I'm eager to bring this multifaceted expertise to the Chief Video Planning Producer role at Luke. What really draws me toward Luke is your commitment to delivering the highest quality content, especially in the educational domain. I'm particularly impressed by your work in mention a specific aspect of the company, such as innovation, creativity, or community involvement, especially mention a specific project, campaign, or initiative by Luke Media. I'd love the chance to contribute my comprehensive skill set in video production to help your team achieve and surpass your content creation goals. I'm looking forward to the possibility of bringing my expertise in video production, my enthusiasm for creating impactful educational content, and my dedication to exceptional work to the team at Luke Media. Best, feel free to review and let me know if there's any specific aspect you'd like to adjust or elaborate on.
Okay. So I think we've got a pretty good, start here. Let's actually go back over to this view. Okay. And I'll just hit refresh here. No, thank you. Now, we didn't get to answer, or I didn't answer all the questions. I wanted to see the kind of the direction it was going in. I think the questions that we would have answered would have filled in these blanks here, mention a specific aspect of the company, such as innovation, and mention a specific project campaign. So for a second version, I may add that information, or I might decide, you know what, it's actually long enough. I don't want this cover letter to be much longer, so I may just ask ChatGPT to remove those things, get rid of those brackets, and then we can get a final draft. So as a first draft, apart from those brackets, I think it's pretty solid as a cover letter. Now, I would want to still go into it and maybe add a couple of personal touches. Obviously, this is fictional, right? I'm just making this stuff up. I've never worked on Hell's Kitchen or with major YouTube creators, to be honest. But just to give you an idea, the process here is you want to give it something. You want to give either ChatGPT, or if you're using another one, you want to give it an example of something. And then you want to answer questions to fill in the important details based on your experience, what you would contribute. You'll get asked questions like it's an interview, like I answered. And then get a first draft, then do a second draft, maybe a third draft. By the end of that, you have a very complete, comprehensive, hopefully very solid and personalized, very important to say that, personalized cover letter. Now, what you need to do then is, if you're applying to a bunch of different positions, take that, if they're similar roles, take that and make versions of it using ChatGPT. Now create a version of this for another company, but focus instead of my experience with creators, focus on this experience, or something like that. Or you could, if you really want to, start from scratch. But I think it's a great starting point to get to a pretty solid cover letter without a lot of effort. And that's really, I think, the power of using a tool like this. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, let me know. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and also get a free course in the links in the description.